I am Thomas, and today we are in New Jersey. I'm going to do a little bit of a different video. We're going to share with you the story of Yogi Berra, a famous Yankee player, great human being, more importantly. We're going to visit his museum, going to visit his grave, and hopefully we will visit his house. So let's begin. Here's the baseball field, home of the New Jersey Jackals. I believe this is independent ball. Yogi Berra Stadium, home of the Jackals. Outside the Yogi Berra Museum, Montclair State.
It's coming out nice, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be cool. I'm gonna look forward to that.
Pretty great.
I'm also trying to, well, I think Jenny's gonna do it.
So LA is going to go in, and in all those locations,
Not like we did.
and I would even say it's going to be
Yogi Berra's lifelong affair with baseball began at the age of 10 or 11 on the Hill, the Italian neighborhood of St. Louis, where he grew up, played all the time in the schoolyard, street, even on a former garbage dump. All uniforms, no leagues, no adult supervision. The olden days. This is a copy of Yogi Berra's first professional baseball league contract. 1942, making $90 a month, with a bonus of $500 if he lasted the whole season. During the late 1930s, it was rare for a major league team to have a player of Italian heritage, but the arrival of Joe DiMaggio of the Yankees in 1936 became rather notable. It helped change negative stereotypes as Italian Americans were arriving in the bigs in a number and in achievement. A decade before Yogi Berra debuted, the Yankees featured the heralded DiMaggio and mainstays Tony Lazzari and Frank Forster. Wow. Yogi Berra, when he first laid eyes on his wife Carmen. Following his first season with the Yankees in '47, Yogi Berra headed home to St. Louis, found a job at a local Sears Roebuck. Then he found the love of his life. Walking into Biggie's Steakhouse, he was smitten by an attractive waitress named Carmen Short. Yeah, unheard of back then, right? Where baseball players back then had second jobs in the off season because it wasn't paying much. Some of Carmen and Yogi Berra's love letters, way before emails. That's for sure. Yogi Berra, my three sons, as a father of three young boys in their 50s and 60s, never coached Little League or even gave personal instruction to his sports-loving kids. He only encouraged them to have fun and play them all. Yogi Berra on ice skates. Imagine what the GM said. Get off those skates, Yogi. Can't afford that. Vintage replica of the catcher's mitt that Yogi Berra used. Right here. Wow. This is something. Great Yogi Berra. Yankee legend. Jesus. Wow. This is the All Century team cap, jacket, and jersey worn by Yogi as a Yankee coach in the early 1980s. Imagine a replica, maybe even actual, like briefcase almost in a way. Some baseball cards of Yogi Berra. Oh boy, would we love to see baseball cards. Have a Yogi Berra baseball card nowadays, right? Imagine. Legend. You know, baseball cards they've made a comeback since the pandemic, but still nowhere where it once was when I was a kid. You know, I'm 40 years old now. 41 actually. Jeez. And when we were growing up, a lot of people collected baseball cards. Now, I mean, not so much. Whitey Ford. Some signatures. Bernie Williams. Burn, baby, burn. Billy Randolph. lot of great signatures on this. Woo. Steve Donahue, Yankee trainer. Rick Cerrone. Holy cow, Phil Rizzuto. Remember the tagline, holy cow, Phil Rizzuto. Catcher. Great Bambino and Yogi. Often doubted and ridiculed as an ungainly young man, Yogi Berra was determined to prove everyone wrong. Appearance and size notwithstanding, he had an unquenchable passion for sports, especially baseball. Yogi's willingness to work hard, believe in himself, and strive to be the best served him well. If you can't imitate him, don't copy him. So as a 16-year-old trying out for his hometown St. Louis Cardinals in 41, he had high hopes, so he was crushed when Branch Rickey, the Cardinals GM, told him he'd never be a major league player. Worse, Rickey signed his pal for $500 to join the organization instead. Hurt and humiliated, Yogi went home but never lost faith in himself. He excelled in the American Legion Ball. Then on his coach's tip, the Yankees signed him at $90 a month. Yogi's 358th final home run baseball. Wow. There's a Yogi Berra cartoon. This is the 1954 MVP award. Yogi Berra. 1951 MVP award. '51. That's 1954 MVP award. A Hall of Fame plaque for Yogi Berra, easily associated with one team, the Yankees. Yogi's Hall of Fame plaque is only one of a few without a logo. So New York in the AL from 46 to 63, and then the NL 1965. So 14 pennant winners and 10 world champions. My God. Yogi Berra enlisted and went to war and served our country. These are the original Yankee Stadium plaques of Joe DiMaggio and Mickey Mantle, which hung on the right center field wall before the stadium was renovated in the 1970s. Baseball ringleaders, 1 player, 10 championships. Here's some of the championship rings and such. Look how bigger and bigger these rings get through over the course of the years as time goes on. Look at 98, 99, 2000 compared to all these other ones. Don't be cruel, observe the abuse. Early in his career, Yogi Berra was a target of unmerciful teasing, ridicule for his appearance and speech. Reporters, opposing players, even umpires. Less than kindly nicknames such as Nature Boy and the Ape, yet Yogi withstood insult after insult, never letting the abuse affect his play on the field. He kept a positive mindset. Early 1960 row jersey of Elston Howard. That's the home jersey of Thurman Munson. Number 20. You know this core 4, Jorge Posada. Yogi's game used catcher's mitt from 1952 and 1953 seasons. Oh, baby. The Copa incident, unlike some nightlife-loving teammates, Yogi Berra never got in trouble except once. Yogi. On May 1957, he and Carmen and a few teammates went to celebrate Leo Martin's birthday at the Copacabana, popular nightclub. Drunk patron initiated a fracas, claiming he was assaulted by the Yankees. The players were later fined, although Yogi insisted nobody did nothing to nobody. Baseball footwear worn by Derek Jeter, the Yankees' all-time captain and all-time hit leader. Yeah, Jeet. There you go, these shoes. Donnie Baseball, number 8, Mattingly wore as a tribute to Berra. That's a Yankee cap autographed by Didi Gregorius. 2011 Rawlings Lifetime Achievement Award, Yogi Berra. Yes, the Mets were managed by Yogi Berra. And Yogi managed the Mets, rallied from last place to win the pennant. Some seats from the portraits of famous baseball players, obviously. Mickey Mantle right here. Roger Maris. Duke Snyder on the bottom. Billy Martin visited his grave. Willie Mays. Willie McCovey. Elston Howard. Gil Hodges visited his grave. Don Newcomb, Joe Page. Fields. Yankee Stadium. Still Learning Center. Pretty cool. Billie Jean King. Tennis great. Looks like this being Yankee Stadium. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the museum. We're riding through Montclair where Yogi Berra just, was like the mayor, celebrity, Montclair's own house. Not the last house that he was living on. So there was a house on Highland and a house here. The one that I'm going to is his first house that he lived until 1974, I believe. The other house on Highland Avenue was also in Montclair. This one is Essex County, Montclair as well. Former home. Once we pass it, it's on Wayside Place. So last I checked, this home back in
a quarter mile, turn left onto Wayside Place.
2017 had a new owner. Was sold for. The home was initially listed at 3.19. Later
Take the next
reduced
left
to
onto Wayside Place, then your
2.79.
destination will be on the left.
I believe it was sold to a real estate developer. The home, I believe,
Your destination is on the left.
if I'm looking at this correctly, huge property, huge estate. I want to say it had, let me check that up for you guys here. I want to say 5 bedrooms, 4 baths. 5 bedrooms, 4 baths. And of course, fitting for a king, as Yogi Berra was a king of baseball. No, he would never tell you that. Actually, I'm sorry. The home was built in 1930. 6,691 square feet. 1.6 acre of land. We're coming up on it. It's a corner house. And I always wonder, do people know the homes that who lived in the home when they bought it? Who lived in that home prior? So we're gonna round up here. We're gonna go. This is a beautiful area, as you can see. These houses are gigantic. Huge houses, beautiful homes. A lot of upkeep. You better know what you're doing when you have a home like this. Coming up on the corner here. It's gonna be right around here. And I see someone working out in the yard. As usual. Part of course, there is a home. That's the former home. Lived there until 1974. Beautiful. Here we are now in Yogi Berra's grave. This is probably about 20 minutes from the museum, about half an hour from where Yogi Berra lived, so it's not that far. The grave is easy to find, actually. Just go through the main entrance, go all the way back, and this is the Gate of Heaven Cemetery. Main entrance, go all the way back You can't go back any further. You're going to then loop around. And the grave is by the all the way up in the front by the hedges. So it's section 49, block A.